He said yes.
Congratulations on your win last week there, Coach. Talk a little bit about that, if you would, please.
It was a great program win. We had fought through a pretty heavy early schedule, and you know, we were 5.5 points away from being 2-0 in that game. And our kids and our coaches had an excellent game plan, and they performed that game plan to the best of their ability, and we came out with a win.
Talk a little bit about the decision to switch quarterbacks.
We had decided going into the game, and I don't know if you guys remember the week before, I took full responsibility for the game before. There were some decisions that I could have made in the Ellsworth game. I truly believe could have made an impact in that game. And so going into that game, I told our staff that there could be several position changes if I felt merited. There were 7 different position changes in that game. You'll just notice the quarterback.
Early in the game, there were some issues with the officiating and the center moving the ball. Did you bring that up?
Yeah, we had several unique opportunities in this game. We had we knew that the center was going to pick the ball up and move it forward. We knew that that was an issue, and so we tried to address it. Now he didn't do it after that, so it was, you know, it turned out to be in our favor. But that's just part of college football.
Yeah. Where are you going this week?
We're going to Cisco, Texas, just this side of Abilene. We've played the number 15 team in the nation. We've played the number 8 team in the nation. We've played the number 1 team in the nation. And this week, Gridwire has Cisco number 12 in the nation.
Number 12. And are you? What's your game plan? Are you going to continue to run the ball like you have, or are you approach them a little differently?
You know, last week we did a little bit of both offensively, but you know the trademark difference in the game to me from Ellsworth and Garden City was that our defense played well. I mean, they played real well. They did the NEO type defense that I was used to my first 4 or 5 years here. You know, offensively with the rules that we play in, you know, you do what you can to score. You know, and against Ellsworth, we felt like we could run over them. Against Glenn, you know, we weren't going to run over them, and so we threw things to get that way. Cisco, they're real physical. I mean, they're West Texas football. Their players come from Odessa, Midland, Amarillo. You know, they probably are more associated with trucks than they are anything else. So how much running the football will be determined how our offensive line plays.
How's the health of your team? I know you lost 1 player during the game at Blinn. I think it was a leg injury. How's the overall health of your team? We have 3 starters that will be iffy. Caleb Fire most likely will not play. He goes to the doctor today for an MRI. I'm going to say that it's 50-50 if he'll play again this year, but we're hoping that he will. He's a strong kid. Was it his knee?
It's his knee. He had a knee injury when he was in junior high, but it's not the same knee. You know, it's a different one. Wide receiver Jermaine Sherman had an ankle sprain. If you can see the video, that his cleat caught the shoestring of one of the Blinn players, and his foot was completely backwards from that spot. I'd say he's 50-50 now. What would help him is if he didn't have to play this week, we have an off week next week, and then we play Kilgore here. That would help him. But we'll make that decision at that time. Terrence Olds, the tailback, went out early in the game. His shoulder was knocked down. I would say that he won't play this week. Outside of that, everybody else is just bumps and bruises. I mean, it's just, you know, that was a physical football game. All the Texas League are physical, so we spent a lot of time in the cool tub this week. We'll continue to spend time in the cool tub. That's one of the reasons we bought it, so we can last in the Texas League. You know, I'd say that cool tub is open, probably 8 hours a day, and we're in at 7.5.
Right. So that's the health of your team. How's the morale of your team coming off that win? You guys still pumped?
Oh yeah, yeah. You can't take away the excitement. I know that we look back in the history of any old football. We had been number 1 several times and either won or lost it. We can only remember one other time that we had defeated a number 1 team, and in the modern rules that we have today, that we had never defeated anybody that high of a rank.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.